What's up? We are back, new week, Monday. Just finished the warm-up. Inside today, I have the 40-meter dribble build-ups, and I have wickets today. The 40-meter dribble builds is, the dribble is going to be about calf height. Start off with a pretty easy cycle, building up in intensity by the last 5, maybe 10 meters. I'm aiming for the maximum turnover that I can have at that point. So it's just kind of building up speed as we get through. I'm going to follow that up with wickets. Wickets are basically just a visual cue on maintaining front side mechanics, upright posture. It's focused on max velocity mechanics, but it's not max velocity. I'm doing wickets at 2 meters today. So every 2 meters there'll be a stick, and that stick is more of a visual cue to pick your feet up, get your knees out in front, drive that foot down underneath you, stay tall, which is all important for your top speed mechanics. So it's a pretty easy day. Then we'll go outside, finish the stair jumps out there. So we're gonna knock out these dribble builds first. Alright, I believe I got 4 of those today. When doing the dribbles, the idea is to feel stiff. It's a shorter range of motion. Stiffness is okay. So you're doing it right if it feels weird. It's all about turnover, picking the feet up, putting them down. But the big thing when doing any kind of dribbles is you want to put the foot down. The tendency, because it is a shorter movement, is that people tend to put their foot out in front of them. So make sure when that foot comes up over the opposite calf that you put the foot straight back down into the ground. You're not reaching out in front trying to pull yourself forward. Okay, we got the wicket set up. You see those sticks on the ground? That's what I got to run over. Ideally, you want to use like a mini hurdle, something that's elevated off the ground. I don't have access to that right now, so this was the next best option. The only difference is when it's a stick flat on the ground like that, if you were to step on it, you're more than likely going to roll off of it and possibly roll an ankle or anything. When it's a mini hurdle, if you step on it, it either breaks or you just kind of kick it out of the way. But I shouldn't have any problem with it. So I've got 10 wickets down. The first 4 yellow ones, I don't know if you can see those all the way back here. The first 2 are at 1.80 meters. Second 2 are at 1.90 meters, and the last 6 are going to be at 2 meters apart. So slight build up into that 2 meter, and then trying to maintain that throughout. I've got 7, I think, of these. Yeah, I've got 7 of these to do with 2 to 4 minute rest in between. So we're gonna get after it. All right, 2 down, 5 more to go. Quick tip about wickets, if you're doing them, is attack that first wicket. Don't start jogging into it and then try to start sprinting as soon as you get close to that first wicket. Give yourself a build up, and you should be running by the time you hit that first wicket. So you should have that momentum built already. Don't try to be like a light switch and just turn it on a couple meters in front of it and think you're gonna get through. More than likely you don't have enough speed to carry yourself through, especially if you're going at 2 meters. 2 meters isn't super far, but if you've never done them before, it'll be very difficult if you don't have that momentum built up. So attack that first wicket and then carry that momentum through the rest of the wickets that you're doing. already finished the session, but because of a busy afternoon, didn't really have a whole lot of time to sit down and explain the workout today. So I'm going to break it down real quick and show it to you at the same time. Started off the session with the clean pull and power clean EMOM. We had 10 minutes. So week 1 of this block, we did a 6-minute EMOM. Week 2 of this block, we did an 8-minute. This week, we had a 10-minute EMOM. The weight stayed the same. We were at the 140 kilos. After the 10-minute EMOM, we went into close grip bench press. So built up to roughly a 4-rep max. I got 140. I went for 150. I had 3 good reps, but didn't have a spotter around, and I didn't really want to push for that 4th rep just in case I got pinned. So I wasn't about to become a YouTube fails video and get pinned underneath 150 kilos. So I maybe would have had 145. Had I had a spotter around, I could have pushed myself. Probably could have gotten that 150, but went with 140. After that, I had drop sets. So I had 2 sets of 2 at 125 kilos and then 1 set of AMRAP. I believe I got 7 reps on that AMRAP. And then the last thing I did today was back squats. So back was a little tight last week, feeling fine today. I went into the back squats, was supposed to build up to 90%. I went up to 220, felt that that was a good enough number. It wasn't quite 90%. I believe 90% for me is closer to 230, so I was a little bit lower than that. And then I dropped it down to 200 and did 2 sets of doubles. So that was the session today. This week is a high intensity week, week 3 of the block. So later on this week, I've got some more max out attempts, longer EMOMs again, higher intensity throughout the week. And other than that, that was the session for today, and we'll be back on the track tomorrow morning.